Hi, I'm Mark Payne, and today we're going to be having a little light conversation. Thank you. No, thank you. That's it. I'm done. Lights. They're good. Lights. They're cool. Yeah, no worries. You obviously don't understand a comedy genius when you see one. Hi and welcome back to MK1 Photography, and today we're talking about lights. Yes, lights. The be-all and end-all of all photography. Because quite simply, you ain't taking a picture without the stuff, so you've got to kind of make sure you've got at least some kind of a light set up if you're going to take this game serious. Like me, I'm a deadly serious person. No, I'm not. Really not. I've got soft boxes to show you today. Haven't got any flashes today because Mr. Postman has to bring me some. But this is going to demonstrate basically what happens when you start moving light around, the difference between soft and hard light, and the pros and cons really of using soft boxes for whatever you're shooting. I would suggest that if you're going to choose between one or the other, i.e. are you thinking of getting flashes over soft boxes or soft boxes over flashes, I would perhaps not go for the soft box. It depends what you're shooting, and there is no wrong way in lighting whatever you're doing because you light it the way you like it and all the rest of it. But these can be a little bit of an inconvenience. You can see the size of this is quite big. This one's got 4 45 watt bulbs in it, so that's like what, 180 watts, and that's one, and I've got 3 of them. So if you're sat in front of these for, you know, an hour, 2 hours doing a shoot as a model, say, I'm not a model, I'm the guy at the other side of the light thinking, oh, this is great, smile, and then you wonder why after 45 minutes your model's thinking, please can we hurry up because I've got a banging headache. Because these are bright and they are constant and they are always on the face and whatever. So like if you're doing a lot of people, I would perhaps maybe suggest not worrying too much about soft boxes. Go down the flash route, get yourself some soft boxes that you can stick the flash in, so basically you haven't got that constant stream of light. Also, don't forget, these guys have to be plugged in, so you can't really take these out. And once they're on stands and stuff, I mean, in this tiny room, there ain't really a lot of room for me to move about. And they have to be real close. Even though these are like 180 watt each, which I know you can get more, but I mean, let's be fair, any more than that now on my face would just be like, whew, be too much, man. I wouldn't be able to see anything. So, yeah, think about it. If you're going to choose between soft boxes and flashes, if you're shooting people and stuff, then maybe go down the flash route and just get diffusers for your actual flashes. But let's have a look now at the different kinds of light that we can get from these guys with diffusers and without diffusers, and we're going to move them around and stuff and see what happens to the actual lighting of the subject. Okay, so I know we're close, zoomed in on my face right now, alright, and I apologise for that. I really do. If you need to go and get a sick bucket right now before we start and getting into the details of this, go and grab it now, place it on your lap, and we carry on. I just couldn't get a pretty girl to sit here while I waffle on about lights and diffusers and blah blah blah. We all know why you're watching this video. We all know why I'm making this video, because we're geeks at the end of the day. Alright? There's no point denying it. We're geeks. But enough of that. Let's carry on with the subject. Lights! Okay. I've got one light going right now. The softbox with a diffuser on, and this is what we would call a key light. Now this is lighting up the majority of my face, as you can see. Yeah, we've got a bit fall off here, and you can't really, once my head's sat back like that, you can't see any detail in the ear. Now I've got 3 lights on the go here. This has got the diffuser on it, so it's a nice soft light. Okay, as you can see, what I'm going to show you now is we've got the key light here, so that's sort of there. We've got a what we call a fill light, which is here, yeah, so this is going to project light directly to the side of the face, and then behind slightly I've got what we call a kicker light, or hair light, or backlight, or whatever, and this one hasn't got a diffuser on it, so this is going to be hard light. Now the difference between hard and soft light: hard light will cast a very pronounced shadow. Okay, so for instance, if you took a flash with no diffuser on it and it was directly in front of the hand, and you got, let's say, a white background behind, and you take a photograph of your hand, on the wall behind you're going to have a perfect shadow of your hand. Okay, it's going to have, you know, perfect detail, perfect silhouette of the actual hand, which, if you want to take pictures of shadows, that's up to you. Like I said, there's no wrong way in doing this stuff. But if you was then to put a diffuser on the flash and maybe move the flash back slightly just to give a wider spread of light, that shadow then becomes fuzzier, becomes almost more gradient. Perhaps you can't distinguish the fact that it's a hand if you was just looking at that. And it helps a lot if you're shooting portraits and stuff of people, because you don't want a big shadow of someone's nose like going across the face there, or big shadow coming down here. That all also depends on the placement of your lights. Okay, for instance, we've got the key light here, which is directly in front, pointing down slightly but not too much. If I pointed it down too much, I'm going to get a shadow from the brow covering my eye. Now, I'm not the best subject for this because I've got bags under my eyes anyway, but I'm going to show you the difference now from a bad positioned light. This one isn't bad for where it is, but if I was just using, say, one light, this one isn't going to be positioned in the perfect place. We've got a bag here, but it's only slightly. If I turn this one off and turn on the fill light, now this is the fill light. Now you can see straight away, because it's positioned directly to the side, I've got this bag under the eye, I've got the shadow here, I've also, total side of the face is not lit up. But if you remember from the last light, the majority of it was, but this here wasn't lit up. Okay, so this is the job of the fill light. It fills in the empty space that the key light doesn't get. Again, it's got a soft diffuser on it, so it's not casting any heavy shadow over anything, because you wouldn't want that really necessarily, to be honest. Okay, so this is basically filling in the gap that the key light is missing. Now you haven't got to use this setup. You can use it, move around the lights however you want, but this is kind of the setup that I normally use, whether it be softboxes or flashes. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next light now, which is the hard backlight or kicker light or hair light, whichever you want to call it. Now, if I can find the actual button, there you go. Now this doesn't look like it's doing much, right? Okay, now you can tell it's harder light because it's more of a highlight area. It's more white, you know, it's more bright and harsh on the actual skin. Now you're probably thinking, well, why bother with that? Well, I'll show you in a minute when I turn back on. I'm going to just turn on the key light, just to show you exactly what this kicker's doing. You can see it's bringing out the highlight on my nose here. It's bringing out a little twinkle in my eye, and like I said before, it's quite nice here. It's bringing out the outline of my ear as well. You can't really notice it now without the other lights on, but it will actually bring out more of an outline on my face. So if we're leaving the kicker light on, we go straight over now, turn the key light on, and there you go. See, you can see this. So we turn it off, we turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. You can see the difference between the hard and the soft light. Yeah, this is more of a focused area. Again, you're probably thinking, well, why bother? Well, it just adds a little something. If you're taking photos with flashes, say you've got more than one light set up, so you've got 2 or 3 flashes or soft boxes, whatever, and you think it's just something missing, like, it's the dynamic range of it. Okay, if I turn this off, it's pretty much a similar sort of light. I'll turn the fill light on. Okay, so we've just got the fill and the key light on. It's quite evenly lit across the whole face. Now we turn this kicker on. It just adds that highlight. It's a nice highlight. It brings out more of the area around the head and stuff. And if you're doing black and white images, it really makes a huge difference to have some sort of backlight or kicker light or hair light. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's pretty much all the time, it is always set behind you. Sometimes it's set here, As a kicker, coming up from this direction. As a hair light, it would be more above and pointing towards the camera from that way. That way then would give me a good outline from the back of the head and across the shoulders and stuff. So let's say you're shooting a female model or a male model, whatever, and they've got nothing on the shoulders. It's nice. It can even sometimes bring out the tiny details of the hair, and that it just makes a photograph look more alive, if you like. More dynamic range, more life to it. And I like it, man. I like it. So there you go. I hope that's helped. If you're having any problems with lights, the kicker light, bang, there you go. Hard and soft. Again, you can see big highlight compared to the others. Okay. And then we've got our fill light to the side. On, off, on, off. Now this is a nice mood. So you've got the key light and just the kicker light. So you haven't always got to do that. This is quite a cinematic look. If you watch documentaries and stuff, you often see this kind of light setup going on. Okay, and again, without the key light, and that just shows you that that tiny little piece of light can really make your subject pop out of the image. Have fun with it, you know. Like I said, there's no wrong way of lighting a person. There's no wrong way of lighting whatever it is you're lighting. The important thing is that you do light them, because otherwise you're just going to end up with a picture like this. Now I'm sure you agree that doesn't really make for an exciting image, does it? No. So light 'em up, boys. Okay, that was lights, that was soft boxes, blah 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 blah, etc. Next time I'm hoping to have my flashes if Postman Pat eventually turns up. I'm going to drop the link down to my Facebook page below so you can come over and actually have a look at some of the photographs that I've taken. Feel free to send me your photographs too, and if they're any good, I might post them on my wall. That kind of leaves it for today's episode. I'm hoping to eventually be able to get out with the camera and actually do some shoots and video them for you, so you can see what I normally do and what I go through and all the rest of it when I'm taking photographs of people and stuff. That would be quite cool and interesting for you people to look at. But until then, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you guys keep shooting. I hope this helps you with any of your lighting problems or issues or anything like that. So till next time, guys, this is Mark Payne from MK1 Photography, and I will see you later.